name is Justin Philip R. Pedraza, and I'm here to talk about the freedom of media in the Philippines. Journalism is essential to the function of democracy, informing and empowering citizens. Yet journalists worldwide have become embattled for covering the news. The state of press freedom in the Philippines must be considered in terms of its implication for media law and state of global media rights worldwide. What's happening? The country's erosion of press freedom can in fact serve as an important warning for democracy and democratic ideals across the globe. When journalists are repeatedly condemned for their reporting, media worldwide actively pays the cost. When journalistic value is not attributed by its truthfulness, but how well it conforms to a political agenda, it becomes to a longer journalism but propaganda. When journalistic value is not attributed by its truthfulness, but how well it conforms to a political agenda, it becomes no longer journalism but propaganda. Journalists are fundamental in holding those in power accountable. And the Philippines crackdown on press freedoms tells the public to be wary of inevitable parallels that occur across the world with exposure of political corruption and the subsequent harassment of the journalists who bring to light those truths. The bravery is obvious. Journalists defy danger and threats to seek the story all over the world. They go into war zone, criticize authoritarian regimes, and expose malfeasance by those in power. They expose the wrongdoing of companies that pollute the environment and corrupt public institutions. They give a voice to those without political or economic power. Journalists do this because they have the conviction to expose the truth. Being a real journalist involves seeking and telling the truth. It is not fabricating stories or to make money or exaggerating headlines to sell a paper. Professional integrity is cornerstone of a journalist's credibility. Journalism means dedication to accuracy, fact-checking, and credible sources. The government and the media have symbiotic and at times antagonistic relationship. Each depends on the other for success. Democratic government on its part is responsible for securing freedom and independence of the press by protecting journalists, while the media must independently report the truth and provide citizens with information that enables them to carry out the civic duties, participate in a democracy, and hold their governments accountable. Our two nations recognize this important link. We must work to further freedom of speech and safeguard democracy. We must do this by protecting our journalists.